BBC Breakfast presenters Nina Warhurst and Ben Thompson were joined by BBC sports correspondent John Watson to discuss the recent World Cup results. Despite being ranked 51st in the world, Saudi Arabia put on a stellar performance against Argentina and walked away with a 2-1 win in their first game of the tournament before succumbing to Poland on Saturday. Nina opened up about the league she has with her children at home and admitted to feeling bad after giving her children the strongest teams which have since lost. Excited to discuss what has been happening in the World Cup, Nina began. World Cup time, Argentina, one of the favourites to win the World Cup in Qatar before their shock defeat to Saudi Arabia, fought back to beat Mexico, 2-0. Ben added, the team's star player Lionel Messi got the first goal. John is in Doha for us this morning. It's a slightly quieter day today, isn't it? Still plenty of things to keep an eye on. John explained, yeah, absolutely, and one of those things yesterday was Lionel Messi, wasn't it? You kind of put yourself in his shoes, the star performer at this World Cup. That is someone that you know, his players, his teammates, those fans who were in the stadium yesterday looking to see just what he can produce, and that is what sets him apart as he took center stage. We have seen lots of upsets at this World Cup, haven't we? Argentina bouncing back yesterday after losing to Saudi Arabia, and let's not forget that Germany lost to Japan. They are back in action today, they are against Spain, they need a result, they need a win. Potentially, if Japan were to win their other game today, that would see Germany going out, so almost unthinkable. Germany, former champions, having won this World Cup so many times previously, they could be on the brink of an early exit if they don't win today. Back in the studio, Nina opened up about the terrible mistake she made when dishing out the teams to her children. I am terrible for the league table I have set up at home. I gave my kids what I thought would be the strongest sides in the World Cup, and then I have ended up getting more points because I had Saudi Arabia. This will be the World Cup they remember for their parents taunting them. John asked, who did you get in the sweepstake? Nina revealed, I got the Netherlands, very neutral. They have still got a chance and we wish them well, England and Wales. The BBC's coverage of the World Cup continues each day, but during the Newswatch episode on Saturday's BBC Breakfast, presenter Samira Ahmed revealed that the BBC has been slammed for the coverage of the sporting event. She explained, England's first match on Monday kicked off at 1 p.m, meaning that a shortened version of the lunchtime news started a full hour and a half early at 11:30. Come 1 o'clock, Diane Smith acted accordingly, and said, I assumed anyone interested would be watching BBC One, so I tuned into the BBC News channel at 12:00 for general news coverage. What I was subjected to was 21 minutes of, guess what, coverage of the World Cup. Whenever we have any kind of sporting tournament, the BBC seems to become obsessed and really doesn't understand that this is not welcomed by all of the population. Samira continued, later that day the News at 6 spent its first 15 minutes on the World Cup, a decision that got this report from Ann Street. You started with an in-depth report on the first England game against Iran. There has been an earthquake in Indonesia with extensive loss of life. Obviously, the World Cup should be reported on, but does a game, sport, a competition really take precedence over a natural disaster? Samira concluded, in the coming weeks we hope to speak to someone from BBC News about the Men's World Cup. BBC Breakfast airs every day from 6 a.m. on BBC One.